Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Moina Bass Fishes. I'm Jim Moina, and we are going to talk about the last day of practice here at Lake Mohave for the One Bass US Open in 2023. All right, so if you watched the previous video, you know that yesterday I had 0 keepers, none. Today, I had 10 keeper bites. A lot of them I didn't even get to touch because they came unhooked, which is fine. But I did have 10 by maybe 11, but 10 that I can recall for sure right off the bat here. So much better. So what did I do different? Well, I really don't, because this is just a practice video, I really don't want to get into too much detail, just because I like to keep things to myself before the tournament. And but I did go back to I kind of got away from the sloppy setups I had, so maybe that's part of it. And when I say sloppy setups, I was using the hooks that really, I had a hook tied on my drop shot that really wasn't the right, it was too big of a hook, and that was probably the main thing. But I don't know, maybe a little bit of luck too. I caught had a few fish in some weird places that maybe might be just lucky to catch those fish. Maybe, I don't know. But and then on my drop shot, I went back to a bait I have a confidence in, which is the Billy Rub hot shot. So went back to that bait and quit experimenting around with all these other baits that I don't have as much experience with, so maybe that's part of it. So anyways, I have my confidence back. I feel like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough fishing regardless, but at least I feel like I can make a decent showing anyways. But you never know what'll happen. These smallmouths can surprise you in a lot of ways. So, but I think I got an idea what I need to do, and then just go do it. Hopefully I don't run into the any bad fish jumping off, coming off, lines breaking. Hopefully we can avoid all that, and hopefully I can just get around the fish. So, which I think I know what to do now for the most part, but it's still gonna be tough. I'm not catching, 10 bites. This was probably my most bites I had in the 6 days of practice I've been here. Today would probably be the most bites I've had one day. So, and it took all day to do it too, as well. Although I did have to take some time off to tow in a jet skier today. But that maybe was about 40 minutes worth. So otherwise it was a full day of fishing. The interesting thing today was, well, like I said, yesterday I had 0 keepers, and today literally I had 3 keepers like in the first 40 minutes. And then the morning kind of went on without me catching any. And then I sat down to retie a couple rods. And then I stood up. And here, it's about mid-morning, I stood up and I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? And I took my sunglasses off, put them back on, took them off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I getting dizzy? Am I about to pass out? What's going on with the sky? And then it dawned on me, last night I had heard there was an eclipse that's supposed to happen this morning, and that's what I was experiencing. I was totally freaking out. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was like, what's going on here? I can't see as well. That's what was going through my head. I couldn't see as well. Am I about to pass out? Am I sick? Are my glasses, what's going on? But it was eclipse. I think we had about an 80% eclipse here at Lake Mohave, which it was still more light, that even though it was an 80% eclipse, just that light that does get by the moon still, it was still probably more light than dark. but it was definitely dimmed for sure. And it was really interesting because I don't think I've been in the path of an eclipse. Um, the last time I can recall would be in junior high school, and for me that would have been like in the late 1970s. So, but that was kind of interesting. And not only that, so the eclipse was supposedly went on here from like 8 to 11, and which would put 9:30 as the dead middle maximum, effect. And right at 9:32, I caught a fish. So maybe the fish were seeing that dim light and were being a little active. I don't know, but that was the only fish I caught during the whole eclipse period, though, really. So, but it just happened to be right at the maximum period. So to get my fish to bite, I need an eclipse. Is what really needs to happen, I guess. So anyhow, what else? Today was registration. Got that done, and that's about all I got to say for this video. But things are back. My mind is back on track after yesterday just completely derailed my head. It's surprising what a few fish bites will do for a guy. But all these things I was so worried about, like the hook, because really the first 3 fish were caught with that bigger hook. It's just, I don't know, I just got around the fish and they bit, and I got my confidence bait and the hot shot. I got that back tied on. So we'll see. The tournament's Monday. Tomorrow's off limits. We got like a sponsor showcase tomorrow, which Bridgeford will be a part of. I'll be handing out Bridgeford products to the fishermen in this tournament, along with a couple of my teammates are here, Joe Uribe Jr. and Luke Clausen. They're also Bridgeford Foods team members. So we'll be hanging out tomorrow at the sponsor showcase. And that's it. That's all I got to say. Oh, some of you guys have been asking, it's starting to go away. But I got a black eye. But that's a good topic for another video. So we'll have to shoot that one tomorrow, I guess. Over.